Hey, this is Mark Henry, author of Dancing with Energy, Healing Magic, and Mysticism, here to talk to you more about the occult and the paranormal. Well, today I'm going to be talking about something different. So the title of this video is, Were You the Victim of Malocchio? Before we begin, as always, just want to remind you that I offer attunements at my Etsy store, so if you're interested in leveling up your magic and improving your life, crushing your challenges, then seek the Etsy store out. I'll put a link in the description. I added a pan a week ago, and I'm about to offer Belial if I can get it in time today, possibly. We'll see. Okay, so let's get into the video. Alright, so Malocchio. So what is Malocchio? Malocchio, if you're a student of languages, means bad eye, or it's commonly referred to as the evil eye. So what is the evil eye? Basically, it's a malevolent stare or glare that sets off a supernatural effect, a kind of curse. Now, Malocchio is typically associated with jealousy or envy. In fact, there's an Italian proverb that don't brag about your accomplishments and don't tell people how well you're doing, because you could be become a target of the evil eye. So jealousy, envy, although I'm sure any intense ill intent will do. So what is the, I guess, the result of a successful Malocchian attack? It would be misfortune, bad luck, even illness. You know, you might find yourself at the wrong place at the wrong time, maybe get into a car accident, maybe a series of unexpected and atypical events occur, that sort of thing. Now, Malocchio as a concept is thought to existed around 5,000 years ago in Egypt, although it also has the main roots are in Italy, but it traverses a lot of different cultures in some form. So one of the things that happens with a Malocchian attack is that the person, when they deliver the evil eye, the stare, they will often couch it in the guise of excessive praise or excessive compliments. In fact, there is something that you say when that happens. The person might say, "God bless you," or something like that. There's also gestures and things that you do if you suspect that somebody's given you the evil eye, which I guess is kind of a socially awkward type of thing, that if somebody's staring at you, you do some type of thing back to them, and then they're aware that they think they did the evil eye on you. So I'm sure that will create kind of a weird situation. But I always when I read that, I was like, okay, so you could probably create more of an enemy by doing this reversal of warding off the Malocchia, because the person might not be doing it. They might be just staring at you for some weird reason. Maybe you wore something different or whatever, and it could be misinterpreted. But anyway, just a modern day social thing I think about. So there are rituals in order to get the evil eye off of you. Let's say it's taken an effect. You're having the bad luck. You're having the misfortune. So what do? So a lot of the rituals have certain commonalities. For example, there's an assessment phase, and I've actually had this done to me by someone who is skilled in Italian witchcraft. So basically what happened was, the assessment involves a bowl of water usually, and they're dropping a couple drops of olive oil in it, and it's placed on the top of the person's head, and then the person is observing the patterns in how the oil interacts with the water, and based on that would determine whether you've been under this type of attack or not. And then if it looks like that you've been under a Malocchian attack, then there is the intervention phase. Now, what's kind of cool is that if you're a fan of Saint Michael, the Archangel, he is the one that you go to. So it is a kind of an extended prayer to him. And at the end, you disrupt the pattern that's forming in the bowl, and you do a cross. And a lot of times that the person is also anointed on their forehead. And that all together is said to kind of dissipate the Malocchian energy that has been affecting you. Now, as far as that's concerned, there is intentional Malocchia and there is unintentional. So the intentional is when someone is actually concentrating in order to curse you. The other part would be just walking around every day and someone is having intense thoughts about, wow, I wish I had as much money as him, or you know, she's so pretty, why I'm not as pretty as her, and all these types of things. But we know in the occult about the existence of thought forms, and thought forms can have an effect, or at least a subtle effect at least. So, that is quite common. So, by the way, I tested positive for the Malocchia. That's getting kind of a mild form. It wasn't anything serious. And then there was an intervention, and then, that was taken away. So, what do you think about all this? Have you ever suspected that somebody gave you the evil eye? Let me know in the comment section. I might do a Patreon video in the future about more detail in this ritual that was done, in case you're curious. So if you are interested in subscribing to my Patreon, I'll put a link in the description where you have extra videos, private messaging with me, and other types of things. So I'll put a link to Patreon in the Etsy store in the description. I hope you all are having a very good weekend. I just want to give you a brief video on an interesting subject. So I will see you all in a future video, and you take care. Bye.